female entrepreneurs turned besties share on life, business, and the journey through the mess. Join their community with every new episode for connection, education, a few laughs, and the hype energy like a bathroom full of drunk girls at a bar. It's okay.
We're your friends now!
Hey guys, it's Ashley.
Hey y'all, it's Biz.
Hey, it's Katie. Welcome back. I'm not crying this week.
Knock on wood.
Did
Yes.
you see that tier pea shooter thing?
Yes.
Ugh.
Yes. I sent it to and this is even better because it's like a guy group text that I'm in. And I sent it to them right after you sent it to us. And I said, hang on, let me just read you the text. I said,
So what we're describing, there's this artist that her teacher put this like crazy deadline on her and she couldn't meet it. And then he was a really big jerk to her about it. And she's like an engineer, like an inventor. And so she literally made this like gun that captures your tears from your face and like instantly freezes them in like nitrogen, turns them into like little pellets, and then you can shoot them at people. So like you literally turn your tears into bullets and fire them. I love it.
So Biz sent that to us, and I sent it to this guy's chat and said, "Good morning, bitches. This is my formal announcement that I am now unstoppable."
I mean, I was also like, it's such a genius idea because there were like tear jars way back when, like for mourning, and then that
Mhm.
you know me and my glass, I get all excited, and there was a whole bunch of them in a glass exhibit that were like crazy ancient, and I thought it was
cool.
clever.
That's really cool. Okay,
Bring those
so
back.
okay, so are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're having I feel like everybody is living through the chaos of the end of the year with us right now because we keep saying like, we're doing something lighthearted because we can't handle anything deep right now, but it's true. And I'm going to assume
my friends, Katie.
I'm going to assume if all three of us feel that way, so do other people. And so this is another lighthearted episode. So we are going to do this little test.
I love
thing.
that. Hang on 1 second. I love that, Katie. I gotta like highlight that right there. This is us being intentional about joy and making space on our calendar to laugh. And I just really want to pin that. And I'm so proud of us. Okay, now back to
That's
this.
you. Yes. Golf clap. So we are going to do like a test kind of. So I first went through this, and it's not that long. I say went through this. It's not that long.
Which test are we about to do, Katie? Is this another explicit episode?
Not that one. Well, I mean, but no, not that one. So I went through this in a psychology class in college, and it has stuck with me for so long. And it's fun, but it's also interesting. I geek out over this stuff all the time. And so I'm going to have y'all do it. And then it's something that like, if people are listening, they can do it themselves. It's very easy to do themselves. This is going to be a fucking bitch to edit. Okay. So we are going to go through 4 questions, and we're going to go through all 4 questions. And I am going to ask you for things. The way I'm going to do it is write down my original answers, since I obviously can't answer like honestly, but I remember what I answered at the time. And then we'll go through and I'll explain to you what they mean. Cool?
Yep.
Okay. And I will write yours down, so you don't have to think about that. All you have to do is answer the question.
Thank
you.
Katie.
Like a first thing that comes to mind type of answer?
Rabbits.
Yes. It doesn't need to be like rapid fire. You can think about it if you want. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So first question is, give me 3 adjectives to describe your favorite color. And it can't be like purple is purple.
Ooh, okay. 3 adjectives.
Fun.
Deep.
Okay.
Vibrant.
Okay.
Calming.
Okay. Biz.
Oh,
And
fun.
don't answer what it is. Like, just give me the. Okay.
Fun. Stimulating.
Ooh.
Adjectives.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Description words if you're new to Mad Libs.
Comforting, which I know is weird,
Ooh.
but that's what, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Next one is 3 adjectives to describe your favorite animal.
Ooh, okay. Cuddly.
Okay.
I'm trying to, how do I make it community an adjective? Community oriented? Cute.
I don't think I've ever heard that for a animal. Okay.
They have friends.
Well, this
They
one
have
was very
friends.
community oriented. Okay, Biz.
Nimble.
Okay.
Fierce.
Ooh.
And righteous.
Ooh.
Ooh, wait, can I change my last adjective from cute to playful?
Yeah.
So it's really important to me.
Righteous is a bad word. I'm trying to describe like this adjective of what
No,
I'm
it's
thinking this
not.
particular animal. Okay. All right.
Oh,
We'll
that's
stick with
fine.
it.
Self-righteous is bad. Righteous is
Okay.
not.
Yeah.
Righteous
Yeah.
is
Okay.
good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what.
Yeah.
Okay.
Side
Good.
note, Righteous Gemstones is a hilarious show. Like, absolutely
What's it
just
on?
hysterical. Uh, great question.
Too many questions.
HBO
Okay.
Max or something. I don't know. I can answer for you later. Hilarious, especially if you grew up in the church. Especially if you grew up around mega churches. Just hilarious. Last one. Imagine that you are in a room by yourself, no windows, no doors, no communication to the outside. How do you feel? 3 adjectives to describe how you feel.
Let's say my pads are white.
So are there snacks in this room?
Where are the treats? Okay. I calm, centered, peaceful.
Scared?
Okay.
Panicked? Desperate?
Are we sure we're friends? I'm just kidding. I mean, there's
We're
light, right?
demonstrating
Like I'm
being
not like in a
friends.
vat, right?
Yeah.
It'll make a lot of sense.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all of the questions. So we're gonna break them down now. I
Okay.
told you this could be a short episode. Okay, so the first one was your favorite color. Ashley, you said deep, vibrant, calming. Biz, you said fun, stimulating, comforting. When I did this, I originally said deep, regal, and elegant. Your favorite color, the way that you describe it with those adjectives, is how you think other people perceive you and how they do perceive you. Which is why there were so many giggles when Biz was like stimulating.
Oh my God. My nickname was the stimulator for a long time in the chat. That's so funny.
But I think that one is true for Biz because like I don't
Yeah.
walk away from a conversation with Biz being like, wow, I'm really like down and like sleepy and tired now. Like
Or
I'm
she's
energized.
boring. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think it's true for you too, Ashley. Deep, vibrant, calming. Like those are all.
No, yeah.
Sometimes.
No, you're very calming.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
got that mom gene, man. Like you do. It's good. Like,
Thank
I
you.
want
Yeah.
your taste of trauma so I can get this. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, you do. You really do, Ashley. Like you've been. I mean, I have hope that it's that you just like are a couple steps ahead of me and all things, and that is what is on the other side of
Hmm.
every situation that I barrel through is the ability to retain the wisdom and then be able to like regurgitate it in the way that you do. And so like deep and calming, like yeah, and you're vibrant because like you talk about fucking everything. Like you know so much. Like you could
Yeah.
there's not a single conversation that I don't think you could bring value to.
Well, and
Yeah, thanks.
I think it's funny too because we've talked before, Ashley, about how like people say they're scared of you or they're like, oh,
Yep.
but I think that part of that is the deep thing because like you you are really deep. Like you aren't somebody that people are going to walk up to for really surface level chit chat. Like nobody, you just have I don't know, you just have that vibe. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna do real talk or no talk.
And Katie, what were yours again? You said it regal?
Oh gosh, deep, regal, and elegant. Now, y'all, I was a different person when I took this though. Like I was still cardigan Katie. Like I was a different girly.
You were in your cardigan era?
My cardigan era was until I was like 28. So yeah.
I love cardigan Katie.
I think cardigan Katie should come back out. Get yourself a cardigan.
Oh no, I still wear cardigans,
Oh,
but
okay.
that's what Brett calls me when like he makes a reference to things that most people understand that I was way too naive or sheltered or pure for. Cardigan Katie was thriving in purity culture. So yeah. I probably did give off like a little bit of a
What were
regal,
yours again, Katie? What were your three?
deep, regal, and elegant. But that was very like my vibe then.
Yeah.
So okay, ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one was your oh wait, what are y'all's favorite colors? What were you talking
Oh.
about?
Blue.
Oh, I have a lot of favorite colors. So I was talking about like the good feelings colors give me.
Oh.
Is that wrong?
No, it's very biz of you.
I couldn't
love it.
think
That
of
is
I
very
couldn't think of
Very biz and very New Orleans of you.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. That's amazing. Okay, that's the best. Because I really thought that you were going for yellow with the fun and stimulating, and then you threw comforting in there, and I was like, okay.
I
Well,
think it was like it was really like morphing between like blue and purple and then there was like some green that floated in there. I have a hard time saying my favorite color. It really is like what I'm feeling in that moment.
yeah, I just say glitter.
Sparkle.
It's fine. So next one is 3 to describe your favorite animal.
Yeah.
So Ashley, you said cuddly, community oriented, and playful, changed from cute. Biz, you said nimble, fierce, and righteous. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think mine were like bright, awkward, and funny or something.
Was it a koala?
No, no. At that point in my life, I went back and forth between a flamingo and a giraffe. Um, this is how you view yourself,
Aw.
and
Yeah,
I
I had a
think,
feeling.
yeah, I think there's so much truth in both of these, like truly. And Biz, I said I hadn't cried. I'm gonna cry now. I know that like you didn't know that you were doing this, but for you to describe yourself as fierce and righteous is like the best. That's the best.
Ah. Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. Yeah, that was a really hard question for me to answer because I realized with that question that this was going to be one of those like things like what you're doing. And I really had a hard time picking a favorite animal, just like I had a hard time picking a favorite color. Like there wasn't a like knee-jerk thing. And so what I ended up describing was my cat, like my cat, TBD. And that she's my favorite animal right now. And yeah, I appreciate that, Katie. And I was just thinking here too, like with this whole conversation, everything that's like going around, like it's so nice to sit here and look at y'all and know that I do not have to worry about these answers to these questions because you already love me and you love me in like in the middle of all of it. And like I just so good. Like this is why it's so important to like connect with people like when you're in it, right? Like it's just working. And so but that part right there is crazy. And so like I appreciate you complimenting me on it, Katie. And I am going to continue to lean into my fierceness and be nimble in all things.
Man,
So,
how good is that though for you to have nimble on there right now as you constantly are navigating and working through
Changes.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
how good is that?
Yeah. Well, nimble is like I will claim that all day. That is
Yeah.
I'm like water and rocks and river. Got to get around them.
And then Ashley, I think it's really funny that you put cuddly on there because you always talk about how that's the thing that people are surprised about, that you are like a physical touch person, you like your pets. Um, and then cuddly showed up on yours.
Side note on that, I had COVID last week and I was so sick. It was just like every time I went to bed, I just like collapsed and died and just dead to the world immediately. So I have not had any pets. And when I tell you the skin on my back is like literally in pain from not having been
And not
like,
having physical touch.
not having physical touch. I'm like, I'm at capacity. I have to get better so that I can have my pets again.
Oh.
I'm gonna get you like a back scratcher.
Sometimes
so,
I
like,
wonder
you
if
could
that
have
would
like
work.
a tiny hand. Yeah. And just...
Take my tiny hand. Oh, yeah, it's been. Can you guess what my favorite animal is based on that?
I mean, I was gonna say a dog, but
No,
I was gonna say a penguin.
no, but pretty close. An
what's
otter.
An
oh,
Because they
oh,
hold
because they
hands.
hold hands.
I can't. Otters are so cute.
Oh my gosh, that's really cute.
You're cute.
That's really cute. Oh. She prefers to be called Playful.
You're playful.
That was really important.
Last one. So this is the one you're trapped in a room, no windows, no doors, no communication to the outside. Ashley, you said scared, panicked, and desperate. Biz, you said calm, centered, and peaceful. My answers were very similar to Biz's. I think I said like calm, peaceful, and restful or something. And this is how you view death. And the really interesting thing to me about this is, so I was the only person in my class who had the answers like I did. Everybody else was like scary, panicked, like like fainting, like just also like very much reflective of Ashley's. And my professor asked me if I had had a near-death experience, and I said yes. And she said usually people who live through incredibly traumatic events or like near-death events or are much older in age and are getting closer to death, that's their views because they've had to accept death
Ooh.
and they view it differently. They're not so scared of it typically, not always, but typically, because they've kind of it's not unknown. They've accepted it and had to face it.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I think that one's really interesting.
I feel the same way in that I don't know if after death there are any snacks, and I'm concerned about that. So,
Oh my gosh, Brett and I got into oh gosh, we got into such a conversation the other night because we walked outside and I was like, "Ooh, it's kind of cold." And he was like, "This is my heaven." And I stopped and looked at him and I was like, "Are we not going to be in the same heaven?" And then he said he thinks that everybody has like their own heaven. And I was like, so you were not intending to be with me in the afterlife? Like you're just gonna be like you have this whole separate world without me after you're like, what? Anyways.
So I actually walked that really hard. And I want to tell you, as part of my grief journey with my dad. And where it came from was people saying things like, oh, he's smiling down on you from heaven. And that phrase would like really kind of piss me off because I knew that my dad's image of heaven was being without desire.
Yeah.
And so like how can he be like if he's peeking down on me and checking in, then like he's curious and like that's
Yeah.
not heaven. And so like that hole right there. And so I had this whole ass philosophical thing. I went toe to toe in my group grief share over it. And what settled it for me is that God and heaven also exists outside of our understanding of time.
Mm-hmm.
And so we cannot conceptualize, right? Like everything. So like the idea that I have peace with is that it's everything all at once. And
Yeah.
so like my dad could not miss me because I am already there and like here and that and like everything with that. And so that gave me peace for what it's worth.
I love that.
Yeah.
I always say that if I go to heaven, that means that Shane had to go to hell because my heaven is if I am literally just receiving endless pets for eternity. And that would be his personal hell. So I don't know how it's gonna work.
Happens all at the same time, somehow or another.
Everywhere all at once.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets like an Inspector Gadget arm from hell where he can reach up to heaven and scratch your back.
Telling you, man, back
Oh.
scratchers. That's where it's at.
Oh.
We should sell this in the meta.
Yeah, the first product from our podcast is gonna be back scratchers and tear guns.
Yes. Dude.
Have y'all seen that show though? And now I can't remember the name of it. And Ashley and I had a conversation about this. Like, we don't call anything the right name or remember any phrases the way. And so I have a whole like we have a restaurant here. It's one of our favorite restaurants. I to this day call it Harvest Moon and have no clue what its actual name is. It's not that. But Brett just has to like figure out what I'm saying. But there's a show on Amazon, and basically they create these like afterlives, but they're like virtual reality kind. Upload is the name of it. And so you can pay to like after you die, you get
Go into a black
uploaded
box. Yeah.
to like this whatever, and then you live out this life, and then based on how much money you have, you get different upgrades or whatever. Anyways, there's a new season coming out and we're just watching a different season that we hadn't seen yet, so it's like fresh on my mind. But it's very, you said we should sell this on Meta, and I was like, well, yeah, it kind of sounds like Upload, where you just like pre-stock your afterlife. It's a pretty interesting, it's a funny show, like they're pretty hilarious in it, but it's a really interesting like
I have you forget I have a philosophy. This is this kind of stuff.
no, I don't forget that.
Well,
I don't forget that.
But these thought experiments and like, yeah, I love it. I mean, I'll go down this rabbit hole all day, and I don't necessarily want to put all of it out there on the podcast. But I will say that it's fascinating. The mind experiments are absolutely fascinating. And I love that TVs are picking up, like TV series are picking it up and doing it because it makes it accessible. So like people can like think, what about in that and other ideas, and it's really cool.
It's also wild to see like I mean, in this show specifically, obviously it's fiction, so they just like run with it. And so now there's like this option where you can wear a suit that like puts you into the afterlife or whatever, and you can interact with them like quote unquote in person. The whole thing, I'm like, but it does spark really interesting conversations about like, because they draw a lot of like common conceptions about afterlife and it brings them to the forefront of your mind. So it really does spark interesting conversations.
But think about it with all these all our little personal AI journals that we're writing and talking to. I mean, like, think about it, like somebody's gonna take that and be like, oh, you can have your dad's AI to have conversations with. Like, what? I mean, oh my God, somebody's
Yeah.
going to hear that and run with it. But like, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's the future is now.
Yeah.
But like I'm excited about it. And I think that's kind of like going back to the question, like, I don't know, that doesn't, yeah, you're spot on, Katie. That's crazy. And I like, you're absolutely right, because I think prior to my dad's death and like how close I was to that, I don't think I would have answered that question that way at all.
Mm.
But like,
Yeah.
it's so funny. That's literally like when you were describing the room, that's like, I was just like, wow, this is like complete, like,
Mhm.
yeah. And I was like, not fantasizing about it. That sounds crazy whenever I say it.
No,
Like,
but I
but
did
like
the same
looking
thing. I was
forward,
like,
to,
oh my
like
gosh,
something
I
to look
could
forward to.
rest.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, that's the 4 questions. That's it.
Do-do-do-do.
No, we don't have to.
Um, come back next week. Next week we have another lighthearted episode. Lucky you guys.
Oh my gosh,
If you
I'm so
want,
excited.
you
The
should
one
just
and
tell it. We should
only.
say what it is. So they can
Yeah.
watch it too.
We
Yeah,
already said what we were doing on the last
Oh.
episode that aired.
Oh.
They know. It's not a
Well, lesson
surprise.
learned for all you slackers that didn't watch Martha Stewart. You get one more
Me.
week to watch Martha Stewart's documentary and then come back because we are going to giggle about it.
Oh my
We
gosh,
are.
I'm so excited.
Take your homework very seriously. Like
Oh, I
Katie
will.
told me, this is an appointment. That is an
Yes.
appointment. Self-care is an appointment. All of
Yeah.
our friends out there that are feeling like we're feeling, right? So take it
Yeah.
seriously. Watch the Netflix special.
Get yourself like a little drink, you know, a glass of wine if you drink it, or just make something cute, you know, with your juice and whatever. And
Make
hang
sure it's
on.
perfect.
Hang on. Biz,
What?
I came down to your house. I stayed with you for a couple days, and now I can't stop buying Waterloo water.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's cheap.
Well, I know, because I love bubbly water usually.
Yeah,
Like
it's
my go-to
best.
flavor. But
Yeah.
Waterloo is like just as good and like half the price.
Mhm.
I'm thrifty.
Waterloo sponsor us.
Yeah, Waterloo sponsor us. For real, it's so delicious. So I will probably get crumble and have a Waterloo.
We haven't dropped a line like that since we first started recording. And
I
we were all
know.
like, I got a Samsung microphone. Like,
Oh, little baby podcasters.
baby.
Oh, remember we used to do like a one of those feminist postcards every week and like girl math stuff every week.
I know. I was thinking maybe we should change our episode. Hey, listen to us talk about stuff.
No, the description is still accurate.
Yeah. We need to, yeah, it is, but we haven't girl mathed in a while. Maybe we should do like a specific.
Somebody did post that going to the Eras tour is like being in a room with 65,000 drunk girls in a bathroom hyping you up. And I went and found every single comment like that on TikTok that I could and was like, that's what our podcast is like.
I love that. Somebody asked for a podcast the other day on TikTok and I dropped ours.
Huh.
Oh, well, hi, new friends, if you're listening.
Yeah.
I will literally just never stop talking now. See, this is why I have to have a hard like stop at the end of these because I'll just keep going.
Yeah. So come back next week. Watch your Martha Stewart documentary. Do your homework, kids. We love you. Bye.
Boop, 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 boop.